GSW Indian Squash Circuit CCI International 2017 quarterfinal match. Makin of Wales to serve, Ghosal of India to receive. Best of 5 games. Love all.
Welcome everybody to the second quarterfinal. Makin versus Ghosal. Joel's from Wales and Saurav, of course, from India. Should be an interesting one. Saurav's been in really good form of late. Last 2 months, he's had some really good results. Joel's a strong player too, so should be interesting to see how this goes. Typical first point.
Ball was good.
Long extended rallies. It's going to be typical of this match. Both players are very fit, and you'll see them trying to suck each other into long rallies, and the second one seems to be on lines of the first rally. So, ladies and gentlemen, we might be in for a very long match. Saurav is easing himself into the game. He's focusing on his movement and trying to hit the ball nice and clean. It's a good opportunity for Joel to really show how good he is. He's had a few good wins in the last few PSA tournaments, but this one's a big one. I'll welcome my co-commentator back in. Rishabh is joining us now.
Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure always to be commentating on Saurav's game. I've known Saurav since he was a junior. We've travelled at many a tournament together representing India. When he was in his junior age, we used to play squash. I was part of the snooker and billiards fraternity, and his dedication has been unparalleled since then till now. You know, he's just pretty much been the flag bearer of men's squash in India for over a decade now.
Yeah, I think without a doubt Saurav is the best Indian squash player ever. He's really taken the game to new heights in the country, and it's absolutely exemplary the way he comes across to people, the way he presents himself. He's a great personality.
Excellent weight there. Had his opponent at his mercy. His opponent, Akhil, do you want to say a little bit about him?
Yeah, Joel's been one of those Welsh players who's come off the ranks quite recently. He's they have a great squash program in Wales now. I don't know if you remember well, Rishabh, but there was a women's women's tournament held at the Otters Club where Evans was her name.
Some Tiffany Evans or something.
So she's from Wales too, and they seem to have a good crop of players coming up.
Yes, Jules joined the PSA about 4 years ago. He made his first final in 2014 at the Macmillan Euro. Still open, but still lost out to James Earls over 4 games. He's secured some back-to-back runner-up positions in both the Stafford Classic and the Kent Open, where he lost to Tom Ford. Tom Ford has also started his perfume collection. It's lovely. Do check it out. It's also black, like these two players have chosen to wear today.
Yes, Land. Two love.
And we have one of the pioneers of CCI himself. He's going to be joining us with a few words of wisdom. Dev Gupta joining us in the commentary box this evening.
Ghosal. Ghosal.
I think a Welshman should be understanding English better than that. That stroke to Ghosal was quite loud and clear with the referee. So the moisture and the heat is really making a difference to the way the surface plays. You know, the ball bounces a lot higher in these conditions as compared to these European players who've come, who are used to much quicker conditions. Akhil.
Out.
The conditions here are very bouncy.
Hand out. 4-1.
Yeah, the game in Europe is a little different. The ball stays cooler. It's more sharper rallies. So yeah, the conditions play a huge part in the game here. So it's a lovely backing drop shot by Saurabh.
5-1.
Incredible.
Capacity crowd, yeah. It's reached 78,000 now, witnessing this epic encounter.
Back to the squash, Rishad. Saurabh is really playing, I think, some of the best squash of his life right now. He's got his injuries behind him, and he's really had a good season so far.
You know, there's something that us commentators are very good at. It's called a curse. You know, as soon as we start praising someone, the player seems to just make the better of our statements. You know, they always seem to be having the last laugh. But it's their game, it's their court. Few words from pioneer of squash in CCI, Dev Gupta. What do you think of the games, Dev?
It's amazing. I love the local hero. A lot of support for him. The guy from Wales, he's doing pretty well himself too. I feel he finds the ball not moving too fast enough. And now I'm going to look for my friends.
Yeah, very honest man, that boy. Dave still looks like he's in his young teens, as fit as a fiddle.
It's a really good rally, and both players stretching each other, using every corner of the court.
Yes. Joel does seem to be having a little bit of an advantage with his reach or his power game, but Saurav's fitness and his speed on court is just simply amazing.
Yeah. It's going to be a long night.
Interference. Interference. He stopped. I don't know why Joel stopped and then Saurav asked for a stroke. So,
hand out.
Not sure about that decision, but
yeah, I'm not too sure about that decision either.
6-2.
These referees seem to be a little
Saurav's trying to dominate the match very early on by getting a short lead and really tightening the screws in this first game.
Yes, lad.
Yes, lad.
Saurav is looking very focused. He would really like to win a $50,000 event in his own country. He's won some major tournaments here, but this would be one of his best if he were to manage to win this one. He's got a good shot with Borja being out.
Yes, Saurav does, seem to be the crowd favorite for sure, but also could be the bookmakers' favorite now that Borja has given way. But the Egyptian boy, that big boy,
7-2.
He can't rule out the hammer of Thor.
Yeah.
Down.
That's one characteristic
Match
error.
is that way.
Hand out. 3-7.
We seem to be making a lot of fans here. A lot of these boys are trying to get their vocabularies polished instead of getting the squash skills polished. Might need to go through
unforced error by Saurav. That's
Eon-
a bad
eons.
mistake.
eons and eons of experience.
Giving Joel a chance to get back into this. Very uncharacteristic of Saurav.
He is the higher ranked player. He's been, I think, reached a career high ranking of 18, if I'm not wrong, at one stage.
Yeah. Saurav has been a top 20 player for a few years now. He's just gotten out of it, so with the last few months him having performed so well, I think he's going to break back into the top 20.
That ball did seem out, yes, and the referee with a little late call. I think both players, in fact, gave it away by looking at the referee.
What services, please?
Yeah. That's true, Rishabh. Good observation.
It's not something I would have done if I was Saurav. Never look back at the referee when you think that ball was out, if you hit it.
It's true. You gotta have your poker face on.
Try your best, because even if you don't, some decisions are going to go against you. So at least try your best.
Yes, that's a good point, Rishabh. Very knowledgeable and wise of you there.
Years and years of cheating.
5-7.
That's just the experience you need. But yeah, back to the squash. It's been a little bit of a break. Getting some of the sweat off the floor and hard rally to start with.
The ease with which Saurav reaches some of those balls in front of the court is remarkable. You need to be very, very fit to be doing what these boys on court are doing right now, and it's a different level of fitness, is squash. You know, because most sports have one, two, maybe tennis or
8-5.
badminton could be sports that have, you know, similar footwork. Badminton maybe, because you could be going in any direction. When you're at the tee, there are like 8 directions.
Yeah.
You know, north, south, east, west, plus northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest. So you could be going in any direction when you're playing squash, and that's why they say it's one of the fastest games that there is. Fastest ball game, racket game for sure. Table tennis, I mean, yes, is faster, but that's because your legs are not really moving as much. The court is much smaller. Table, sorry.
It's excellent rally by Saurav. He's really
Nice
starting
fight.
to work Joel. He's stretching him, moving him from corner to corner, and I think the big difference here is the ease with which Saurav is moving around the court. Joel's already starting to look a little labored.
It's Gandhi calling.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot by Joel. Leaped up in the air and a cross-court net.
And out 6-9.
Exceptional squash.
Yes, lad.
Yes, lad. 6-9.
So Saurav with the initiative in the first game.
Yeah, it's he's 1 point away from game ball and makes this point quite important. And super burst by Saurav.
And
Joel
out
completely by
10-6.
surprise.
Game ball.
This match seems to be a little one-sided.
So far, Rishabh, so far.
I think there's not much that the Welshman possesses to get the better of this young boy from Kolkata.
Saurav is looking very solid. It's not going to leave anything, so it's
just look at the control on that drop shot.
11-6. Game to Ghosal.
Great drop shot, and he gets the first game leads. 1 game to love.
Welcome back, everybody. Second game of the second quarterfinal between Saurav Ghosal from India and Joel Makin from Wales. Saurav had a relatively easy-ish game to begin with, and let's see how Joel responds in this one.
Saurav Ghosal seemed to have clearly taken the initiative in the first game. The second game, what does Joel have to do to turn things around, Akhil?
I think he's just got to stay error free. Any errors, it's just going to give Saurav that much more confidence and make it that much more difficult for Joel to get back. So he needs to keep a very error-free game and take his opportunities when he can.
Sorry, Akhil, I was a little lost with signing some autographs in the crowd. What does Joel really have to do to turn things around? I heard you saying he needs to tighten up on his length.
Yeah, no, he needs to.
And out, 1
Actually,
out.
what he needs to do is stay error-free.
Error-free, yeah.
And that's going to
What's
feed
that?
Saurav's confidence at this point, and if he gets confident, he's very difficult to get off your back. So, he needs to push hard. So he's got a lot of work to do.
One out.
Great exchange there on the backhand front wall. Could be a stroke.
Ghosal.
His referee in this game seems to be a little more in control of the game as compared to our first, which was an epic battle between Ramit Tandon from India, who was 2-1 down against the former world number 5 Borja, and came back to beat him 3-2. The crowd here went fully ballistic. You can still see a few people passed out after celebrating those, popping those champagnes, the bubblies.
Yeah, Rishabh, that was a spectacular match, and Ramit was quite unbelievable.
Something about his drive, or is it the tummy? Most people when they come to India complain about their tummies.
No, right now, Rishabh, that's an amazing rally. Wow. Wow.
Hand out, 3-4.
That was a really good rally. It's going to build Joel's confidence and keep him in this game, more importantly.
It's 3-4. Very important for Joel. These next 3 or 4 points could determine the fate of this match. If Saurav does get the better of him here, could be curtains very early. Lovely play there by Joel. There's not a let. That's something more that he needs to do. Maybe he needs to get Saurav a little more in the front of the court. He is shorter, so for him to come back to the tee quicker or reach whichever corner is not as easy with the kind of reach that these taller boys have.
Yeah, I think reach in all corners of the court makes a big difference. But I've seen a lot of squash players in my time, and they've been shot and they've been really good squash players. So I don't think there is any rule, but it does have its advantage.
Hand out 5-4.
Suddenly the game seems to have changed.
It's quite close in the second game, and Saurav is on the receiving end here, but it's been really good top tight squash so far.
Makin.
So to Makin. Hand out 5-4.
Joel's hanging in there in this second game. It's complete squash. And he's really got Saurav there. Very well done by
6-5.
6-5 now.
Joel's starting to look comfortable out there again, so let's see which way the momentum swings. But lovely length by Saurav there
Hand
to
out
pin
6-all.
Joel back in the corner. He's really playing good squash.
Yes, cheers to that, Akhil.
Yeah.
You forgot to do cheers because we generally do that. We have Abhimanyu Gandhi, another national snooker player, joining us here in the commentary box. It's quite a crowd here now. We have
7-6.
people from all races, castes, creeds.
Yeah. So there's someone in the crowd who's asking whether this is
Yeah,
live
this is
commentary.
being aired live on SquashTV worldwide.
Just for the clarification of everyone here.
Also on JSW Indian Squash Circuit on Facebook, on
So
YouTube.
Ghosal,
It's being aired pretty much
8-6.
across 160 countries. There are about 485,000 people viewing us right now, is what Nitesh and Nitesh. It's quite strange to have the same name and last name, but he's a dear friend of mine.
Yes, it's a full commentary box now.
8-6.
Let's see which way
A lot of beers are opening.
this goes now.
Down. Hand out 7-8.
Again, uncharacteristic uncharacteristic error by Saurav. He
More a Bira-ish error. But yes, this game is it's reached the business end. It's 7-8. Joel guessed the correct way. When Saurav could have gone down the line with the backhand. That's great touch there by Saurav. Excellent touch there. He's very good with these.
Hand out, 9-7.
Loopy drop.
Yeah.
Takes.
Yeah.
When he's at the tee.
He does get that angle right.
Abhimanyu is going to be joining us in the commentary box soon.
That's a great length by Saurav. He's really hit a good shot on that backhand corner. He's getting good depth and length in his shots.
New Princess Kolkata.
A lot of fans here, big fans of Saurav. Come all the way from Tangra.
Oh, that's beautiful forehand drop by Joel there.
8-10.
He's got himself a fighting chance here, and
Parting with PC and leading.
he's got to get it together and try to
Tangra.
catch up, get 2 points here. That's what he needs. But
Saurav's just a point away from 2 love. Excellent touch there again on the backhand. He's done it in the first game, he's done it in the second game as well. Great backhand drops, and he leads 2 games to love in this best of 5.
strong, yeah, Saurav.
Huh? Playing very strong spot. Yeah. It's over, it's over.
Sandy, you missed the match, dude.
So what a match you missed it.
I was going to come for that match. I got stuck in traffic for 1.5 hours.
You made it. Hey. Take now. You can make it you.
No, go there.
Go there, take it behind.
Go there.
Dev, Akhil, Dev, Sandy, Abhimanyu, Dev. All orders club.
$15 seconds. Time. Players on court, please.
Ghosal leads 2 games to love.
Saurav Ghosal leads 2 games to love. Second quarterfinal match of the day. Top seed from India. Now the top seed because Boha being out of the draw. The odds would be on him winning the match now.
Level.
That's 2 relatively easy games, and it's looking ominous now for Joel, unless he can dig deep and something special like that. What a shot by Joel to start off with. Backhand volley straight in the neck.
Excellent play there, both players, and sort of getting the better of him. Crowd going mad.
We have a young lad who stepped in
At the right time, right when stuff was being exchanged, hands were being, a lot of security here. They don't seem to be giving a damn.
Oh, it's an unforced error there by Joe Makin.
2-1.
He can't afford those at this stage in the third. He's got to somehow find something deep inside to push him through this one and hang in there. It's extremely important.
We have another Indian, Harinder Pal Sandhu.
Oh, that's a weak post by Joel. And the rally continues.
You see a little bit of difference in the composure on court. Sort of seems to be a lot more relaxed. Right there is what we call again commentator's curse. Great play by Joel.
Very good squash by Joel.
Hand out.
One of the best rallies of the match. Structured that rally perfectly.
I think he's just got his strings. What is he gonna do? I think I saw him showing his racket.
Quickly, please. Yeah.
Welcome back after that short little break. Tend to have these short breaks when squash is played in these humid conditions. Tends to be a lot of sweat on the floor, and that needs constant cleaning. But
I witnessed a lovely squash event recently in Manali.
Hand out. 2-0.
Was in this in these hills of Rasol and Malana. Incredible tournament it was. So picturesque.
yeah, Bishop back to the squash now. Joel's trying his level best to hang in this match. It's been tough conditions for him. He's not used to it. Ball bouncing a lot more than it usually does in that part of the world.
Yeah, at that high altitude, you know, it's like playing at 10,000 feet. The oxygen's also a little lesser. It wasn't a PSA event. It was just it was the Himachal Pradesh State Championship.
And out, 3-2.
I was there on a trekking expedition. It's
Very adventurous of you.
Yes, it's very beautiful out there.
Yeah, sure is. I can imagine.
Show you a few videos when this game is done.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot by Joel.
I think he needs to be, you know, going a little more for broke now. If he gets into this rally battle with Saurav, there seems to be only one ending to that. Look at the reach. Look at the way he gets back into the rally so very quickly. All praise for this young man from Calcutta. An excellent field there on the backhand drop. He's got a great backhand drop. I've seen him hit about 4 or 5 of these lovely deft touches on the backhand end.
Yeah, he's really got a measure of that shot. The backhand drop's working beautifully for him today. He's playing really well structured squash in this match. It's meaningful, purposeful squash. He's being efficient.
You see just the way he's...
Thank you.
And out, 4-all.
4-all now. This is important game for Joel. Next few points very important. If he's 2-love down and he goes a few points down in the middle of the third, could be early curtains. Fat lady could sing.
Beautiful backhand drop shot again.
5-4.
Both these boys have good touch on their backhand. I've seen most, you know, when they get into rally battles also in terms of the length, why is it that the backhand is covered more? You know, more players tend to have that rally exchange on the backhand.
6-4.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting because you'll see that for the right-handed players. For the left-handed players, they like to keep the ball on their forehand. It's just the way their body opens up. For right-handed players, you know, backhand tends to be a side that is more accurate, and some people like to keep it on that side.
Yes, then.
Yes, then. 6-4.
Ball was far away.
6-4 Joel in this game, and he needs to keep it tight.
I think Saurav needs to be a little more focused, not try to get into these arguments with the referee. It does play with your mind and your concentration. You tend to start wanting to hit the ball harder or go for more winners or be a little more agitated.
And out, 5-6.
Just as we say that, a little bit of an unforced error from Joel, the Welshman. Another Welshman is a very dear friend of mine, Mark Williams. 2 times Sheffield world champion, professional world champion in snooker.
6-all.
Had quite a few conversations with him.
Saurav's creeped his way back to 6-all, and very important point for this game. The winner will have a slight initiative at the very business end of the game.
Yes, Dad. There was contact. Please, play a leg. Decision given, please. Yes, then. 6-all from the left.
Saurav not happy with that decision.
Carry on, please.
Yes, lad. 6-all.
It's very important that sort of finishes it in 3.
It is.
For us up here also, we don't like games getting close, especially when we're leading, especially when our Indian compatriot is leading.
7-6.
Big point that Joel just won.
Good drop shot there.
Some very good squash. Players playing extremely tight.
Excellent rally this. Probably the rally of the match so far. Both players have been giving it there. All that did seem down. Joel has buckled up his socks a bit.
Yeah, he's got himself back into this match.
This is pretty much opening the Pandora's box. Saurav really needs to concentrate. I've seen many a game go away from 2-love up. That third game is very, very important. Even when it's 1-all, when you go 2-1 up, it makes so much of a difference.
Must have
For the balls, but not the opponent itself.
Oh, that's another beautiful backhand by Joel. He's
9-6.
really got measure of that shot, and now he's got a considerable lead in the third. 9-6.
Down.
And you see the unforced errors creeping in.
10-6. Game ball.
It was a silly unforced error by Saurav, and that's that. It's the end of the third game. Saurav looking a little flat.
We'll join you on the other side of this commercial break.
Ghosal leads 2-1. Makin to serve.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's the fourth game. Saurav Ghosal from India leads 2-1. Third game was won by Joel Makin from Wales, and let's see which direction this fourth game goes. It's been an entertaining match so far, with both players showing a wide array of shots and excellent court coverage. That being said, love all fourth game. That's a beautiful drop shot by Saurav to win that rally. He's
And out, 1 love.
really had great touch all day today, so just another example of how accurate he is on the backhand side. Excellent lane by Saurav. Just died in the back corner. He's really been playing a great line and length. He's been getting that ball very deep. Welcome back, Rishabh.
Thank you, Akhil. As Saurav takes control of this fourth game.
Down. Hand out, 1-3.
As Saurav Ghosal looking to close out this game in 4. Joel from Wales has really dug deep and won that third game. It's nice to see players gritty, when they're 2 love down, 2-1 down, and they come back, make a match of it.
Down. Hand out, 4-1.
It's 4-1 now in the fourth. Saurav there again showing some great fitness, and this match seems to be drawing to an end here in the fourth, with Saurav 5-1 up, looking in complete command of the situation. We have Bihari Bajaj walking in.
Thank you.
Very dear friend of mine, Mr. Bajaj, CCI Secretary, Joint Honorable General Secretary, the Billiard Room Secretary in CCI. Shared
5-1.
many beers with him in lovely bars up here at the CCI.
Down.
That ball was down and sort of 6-1 up. And
6-1.
it's pretty much just a matter of time now before he makes his mark. There will be 2 Indians guaranteed a place in the semi-final, which is incredible for the youngsters who are here at the CCI witnessing this, to see their Indian boys perform at the very highest level. You know, it's not something we're used to. You know, Pakistan has been there, Malaysia at one point, Egypt, you know, providing such immense talent at the junior age, and you know, continuing at this professional level. Not India. India is not really well known for it, but it is remarkable to see the standard of squash go up so much in India. And kudos to the training academies, to the federation, to Jindals, to Ritwik, to Cyrus, to all the guys, you know, who've been providing their expertise in helping and grooming these young boys, to all those club markers, to the number of tournaments there are, to the exposure these boys are getting today. It's incredible. You know what PSA, what JSW are doing, what Ritwik is doing, Ritwik and Raj. They've organized many an event here at CCI and at the Otis Club as well.
And 2-7.
It's 2-7 now in the fourth. Joel. Is seeming a bit
out 8-2.
frustrated, and Akhil has just left us to use the restroom. We commentators don't get a break, you know, like these players do. We don't sweat as much as well, but that ball was very high and it was a stroke. Very loose ball there by Joel. And just 2 points away, it's 9-2 in the fourth, and Saurav seems to have really taken control of this match. This quarterfinal, the CCI International JSW Indian Squash Circuit
match ball
2017, and he's got 8 match balls now to wrap it up here in the fourth and take us to a third encounter, which would feature a third Indian in the quarterfinals, being Harinder Pal Sandhu. Harry, as he's better known, and Saurav's done it in 4. Just broke a little bit of sweat in 3, and congratulations to the Indian fraternity. There are 2 Indians in the semi-final of our World Championship squash event.